Well, hello YouTube, welcome back to Harley Day Rider here at the lovely Raccoon State Park. We've been out here before, but we've been on that side, basically over on the other side of the park here. Look at all the bobbers. Can you guys see those? I don't know if you can see these in this video or not. All these bobbers and lines hanging up there on that wire from people casting up on top of there. Yeah, probably fishing off that dock right there. But anyway, yeah, folks, welcome to Harley Day Rider. I just stopped here. This video is going to be talking about, of all things, taking the long way home from work. And a lot of you guys have commented on my videos, and we've talked about that as far as, taking, my trip to work is 20.5 miles one way. But sometimes on the way home, that can turn into 50, 100 miles. Usually not more than 50 though. So I notified Mrs. HDR and told her that I was taking a little ride here through Raccoon State Park. And she said, well, that's cool, So that's what's good there. You always want to see if you're recording. You never want to start talking to yourself and not recording. So I do have the full face helmet on. It is about 80 degrees. I'm gonna put my sunglasses on in here, get back on the bike, and we'll head out of here. So yeah, we've been out here before a few times, but like I said, I've always had you on the other side. I don't know why, I used to always think this side over here had a dirt road coming in, but it's not. It's all blacktop. I was going to take you down here, but if you can look at this, that's the boat launch down there, and it's pretty damn steep, so I don't want to get down there. But you can see the lake. We're usually on that side over there, and we're going to go back around that road and go down that way as we go out of the park and head home, so I can hit the road that I'm normally on. I just came the back way today. But all right, let's take off out of here. It's a beautiful place to come out here and ride. Myself and Henry's been out here quite a few times. Myself and my cousin Jeff's been out here quite a few times. There's a guy down there swimming out of his kayak. How about that? He's actually pulling the kayak as he's swimming, so he must be he's an Olympian hopeful, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's how Michael Phelps started out, huh? By swimming and pulling his kayak through the lake. I don't know for sure. It is a beautiful day though, folks. It's a first day of fall. I believe they called this the, and I don't want to get it right. Was it the solstice? Summer solstice, is that right? I don't know. Whatever. So, but again, TGIF to everybody. We always tell you that on a Friday. Let me explain to you a little bit why I haven't been recording as many videos. I was doing pretty good there when I started the new position. And I was doing really good at recording videos every morning, but did you watch my last video? I think it was from Monday or Tuesday. The Drift HD camera does not do very, very well in low light situations. And riding to work in the mornings right now with the time shifting and everything happening, it's coming out that it's starting to be to the point where it's really too dark in the morning. Like I said, I leave the house at 6:15. I generally get to work by 6:45. It's about a half-hour ride, and it's just too dark for that camera to pick anything. Well, for this camera to pick anything up. And I'm not in the position to go out and buy any new cameras. But I don't even know, guys. Does the GoPro cameras work pretty good in low light? I mean, I guess I've seen a couple people's videos, and I guess they work okay in low light, but I'm not really sure. But so anyway, yeah, so that's why I've been recording in the morning, but I did want to get a video out to you folks. So I thought I would take a ride through the park today here on the way home. Throw the full face helmet on, and as Mr. Sean Smoke would say, take a little rip. Take a rip out through the park. And it's just lovely out here. Look how the trees are just over encapsulating the road here, and you got the nice shade coming down. Man, it is so nice out today. It's just cool enough, actually. When I first came out of work, you know, well, I didn't have any breeze blowing on me like I do on the bike, obviously, but it just felt very, very hot. I mean, just very stagnated, the air, man. But, I don't know. So how was your work week? Hopefully it was alright. See, whoa. Whoa. Jack, watch the road. Watch where you're going there, buddy. I was trying to show you. That's where we were over there. And I almost ran the bike into the gravel. That's not good. You got to watch where you're going when you're riding. But I was trying to show you. I was back over that side, but you guys see, that was where we were. We were pointing over here. I stopped you in this parking lot before. We've been in there a couple times. Took you down there once. That's where we usually fish at. When I do fish, that's where we fish. So yeah, how was your work week? Right before that slide there. Somebody else was talking about that the other day. Who was that? Oh, that was Moose. Moose was talking about not having ABS. You know, you jam that back brake up and that bike wants to slide out under you. As I just did there, you know, I looked up, I was like, crap, I was going into the gravel and I don't want to fall off the edge of this road into the gravel by any means. So I jammed that back brake on and slid that back tire, just like you would think it should. If you have that ABS braking, you jam that back or that front brake up and the other brake's going to also apply itself to keep you out of that skid and to keep your bike straight, you know. But I'm not in position or the market right now for a new bike with ABS. I'd love to have it. I wish some of these touring bikes that used to be out, like this is a 2011. I really wish that they could you know, get a module. Like I have the cruise control, I had it put on. There was a module, they put it in, they wired it up, and I got cruise control. Why can't they hook something to this, or can they? Maybe you guys know. Can they hook something to this bike and put ABS on it? You know, because I guess this model, this classic, the year it came out, I'm sure there was an Ultra with ABS, 2011. It would be really super nice to have that anti-lock braking system on here. But I think that's only probably the second time I've ever locked this bike up like that. So I guess I'm doing all right. It's called the oh shit factor, you know. You jam that brake and that bike, you're like, oh shit. But I was, you know, when you feel her sliding like that, you know, cut your wheel the opposite way, just like a car, basically. Let that brake off to get let the bike come straight back up again, and it was all right. But it does give you, we talked before about that they called the pucker factor. Yeah, pucker, P-U-C-K-E-R factor. Where you're like, oh, you tense all up, and you're like, oh, don't fall over, bike. So yeah, it's been a good work week. It's been solid. I've been extremely busy, as well as my partners at work. And I meant to get a picture back here by the lake with the bike, but I didn't do it. I told the wife, you know, there's one thing I don't have, and I think this weekend maybe we'll remedy it, but one thing I don't have is I don't have zero zip pictures of me sitting on this motorcycle. I've had it for a year, and I don't have any pictures of me sitting on my motorcycle. Do you have any pictures of you sitting on your motorcycle? You guys seen a few weeks ago, I took a really nice picture of my wife sitting on the motorcycle like she was driving it. But yeah, nothing of me sitting on the motorcycle. So I'm going to try to get that tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going for a ride with my cousin Jeff. Well, we're supposed to. We're going to see how this works out in the morning. But the weather's supposed to be phenomenal. And the deciding factor is tonight, actually, because my wife said, look, she said, look there, Mr. HDR, this morning, before I was leaving the house for work. When you come home tonight, she said, you know, if you need to, take a little snooze. I like to take a half-hour power nap after work. You get re-energized. And then she said, you know, we have one place we have to go, so we're going to go there. We're going to come home. And she said, and then you're going to mow the grass. I said, oh, really? And she said, oh, really? She said, if you want to go play on Saturday, you're going to have to mow the grass on Friday. She said, because after you go for that ride on Saturday, it's going to be about a 6-hour ride. She said, you're not going to feel like coming home and mowing the grass. And she's very, very right. I won't come home. I won't want to come home and mow the grass. You know yourself, when you ride, especially if you get any heat during the day and you're out riding the bikes, and if I put this helmet on and, you know, you get really, really exhausted riding a motorcycle. It's really weird. But I think it's the heat more than anything that kind of knocks you out. So I said, okay, Hud. Oh, excuse me. See, I'm already yawning. I said, okay, hon, I'll do that. I'll mow the grass tonight. She said, well, I'll trim. I'll do the weed eating. I said, even more of a sweeter deal. I do have to go down and get a case of beer, though, tonight. Not that we're alcoholics or anything like that. Don't get the wrong idea. I just like to have a couple beers in the evening there, you know, especially on a Friday and Saturday. You know, you're sitting around the house watching some movie or something, TV. So we do have to stop and get a case of beer. That's pretty important. And other than that, I think that's everything. I think. Ugh. Except for that bump right there. But, hey, somebody's going camping. I used to always say there's those campers for little people. Because it's so, but, you know, it cranks. Yeah, it does. It cranks up. But, yeah, I don't know if you've seen that camper going by me or not there. But, yeah, it's like campers for little people. I think they're neat, though, because they're easier to haul around. We're looking for a pop-up camper now. My wife wants to get back into camping a little bit. And I told her, I said, well, hon, you're going to have to learn how to, you know, drive with the camper on the back of the car or the truck, whichever. And I love how those trees grow, and they hang on these overhangs there. You know, like they're growing in the rock. I think that's so cool. Like up there, it's growing like on the side of the hill in the rock. You know, you wonder how that ever started. But I said, you're going to have to drive the camper, hon, because, you know, I'm probably going to follow along on the bike. Then that way, when we're camping, we can have the motorcycle to go around and do our running on. She goes, well, that's a nice idea. So maybe I'll teach her how to drive it. Sure not to back it in, just drive it straight. When we get there, I'll back it in where it needs to go. So down here, you're going to recognize this if you've been following my vlogs and my videos. You're going to recognize this place right here. This place is where a lot of mornings I come down when there's cars behind me, and I'll pull in here. I'll do a little loop in here, like right here, and I'll go back out. This is Route 18. And then I'll go back out and I'll head to work. So, yeah, we're back on our normal road right here. And this is where you usually catch me riding to work in the morning, is down this road. Like I said, I just want to take a little ride and go through Raccoon State Park. Something different, just kind of unwind. Speaking about unwinding, I don't want to make this video too long, but I'm going to give you one more little story. Yesterday I was riding home, and when I was riding the bike home, I had the stereo on, you know, I was like jamming out. I was you know, ripping some tunes and singing along, you know, to whatever was on the radio. But all of a sudden it hit me. No, not a train or not a bird or not even a deer or a, you know, gopher. I mean, nothing actually physically hit me. But it dawned on me. I was like, hey, HDR, shut that radio off. So I shut the radio off and I just listened to the bike. Listen. So I just listened to the bike on the way home, just listen to that motor purring along, listen to them pipes spitting out some trusty RPMs there, you know, and or some horsepower. And I told my wife, I said, it was so soothing after work, just listen to no radio, don't listen to anything. Just ride the bike and listen to the motorcycle. You know, because when you listen to your motorcycle, it's telling you one thing, folks. One thing it's telling you, freedom. This bike is telling you you're on the open road, you're free, you get to lean your bike down, you know, and ride the bends like this. And it's all about, and my wife said freedom. I got freedom in a car. Yeah, you're kind of in a cage, you're closed up in a car. This way you're on the open, you're just listening to the bike and you're enjoying the sweet sound of the motorcycle. Whatever brand you buy, it's going to sound like something. So, and not to say it, like this morning on the way to work, I did have the radio on, and I was kind of tuning down. I was kind of jamming down, and it was nice. Very nice to listen to the radio when you want to, but every now and then shut that baby off. Alright folks, I hope you have a good weekend. I don't know if I'll film tomorrow or not. I'll take the camera with me, and we're taking the SLR camera. I have a mirrorless SLR camera, Sony A6000. We're going to take out with us tomorrow too, and try to get some pictures of the bikes. And, so if we go, and we'll see how that works out for us. But if I don't, have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you one day next week. Like I said, I don't know, when I go to work it's too dark to film, but maybe I'll catch you one day on the way home. Alright, take care. Thanks for riding along. I will talk to you next time. Harley Dayride is going to be down and out in the gorgeous 85 degrees southwestern Pennsylvania. Remember, ride your ride. Be safe out there. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.